welcome to the night of Moog's philosophy on approach. I want to clarify this in regards to when we talk about OG in Oklahoma, we talk about the collegiate sector specifically. Definitely been doing this now almost 5 years. It doesn't sound like a long time, but that's to give you the idea of just how old the collegiate sector of formalized development is. It's pretty young still. We still have a lot to accomplish, but I've seen a lot, I've done some things, and we're going to talk through it tonight. As I suck at COD, I'm definitely a filthy Apex player, and I have been for the last 2 years. So this is going to be tragic, and you're welcome to laugh at me and ridicule me all day long. But next time I'm going to come back, we're playing Apex.
He's a master class in COD. That means he's 1%. He plays for the COD team at OU.
No.
He doesn't need teammates. He plays by himself. That's how good he is.
You're about to laugh then. Don't set up that failure. You're setting me up for failure there. I was at the vault and just checking my stuff, and somebody messaged me and said,
There's another one.
ooh, I'm really low.
There's another one. Take him out, take him out, take him out! Down, he's down. He's dead. Oh my god. Oh, you made it out! Let's go!
Yeah. It's been a minute since I played. I mean, that's the other sad thing too, is that you develop, you're taking your time to develop an entire infrastructure, and you don't have much time to game, and it's the sad reality of it. But in the summertime, when I'm down and it's intercession or winter, man, I revert to bad sleeping habits and playing games longer than I should.
What's your game? What's your go-to game?
Right now, it's Apex Legends. That's all I've been playing.
Apex. Are you ever into like Dance Revolution?
Oh hell yeah! So, I'm class of 2000 in high school, and when Dance Revolution was, and you could actually buy the pads for the first time at home. Man, I went through so many pads. My friend, like,
I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
So for anybody that watches this VOD or is in the stream, you know, embrace your metabolism, because we would come home from high school or right as we're entering into college in 2000. And we'd come and just do DDR sessions, and we'd eat a whole pizza each.
Yeah.
Because we're burning so many calories plus metabolism, and that was our workout, and that was legit. I mean, I'm surprised my parents' floor upstairs still existed. But yeah, Dance was legit, like original Dance Dance 1, 2, and 3.
Did you ever do it at the arcade?
No, I was too shy. Too much of an introvert. I was too scared. But that, you know, when we started to get into YouTube and online hosted media services in the early 2000s. Man, I would watch those videos in South Korea all day long. Those kids were nuts. They're still nuts today. But man, like, I would sit there being so inspired. And granted, I'm a soccer player and some other stuff that I'll reveal on this. I used to clog. I'm in Oklahoma. I clogged. But I also used to dance.
Could you tell the people what that is? Because I don't know what that is.
Okay, so you have tap dancing, which is basically you have certain elements in the bottom of the shoe that enact kind of a metal tapping sound. Clogging, however, is loose metal that when you shake your foot, it actually makes a sound too. So yeah, that's an Oklahoma thing. I partook.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Taffy.
Oh
Ooh.
my god.
Too bad though. That's too. I don't even have enough time. Ooh, yeah!
We got it! Woo!
Whew.
That's why I love Valorant.
Yep. Like just the right amount of hype too, because like you get to like a control point in like Overwatch, and you just get tired, like literally sweaty tired, because there's so much going on. It's so dramatic, and it's hype when you're in it, but you can't.
Two in a row. 2 in a row. Let's go. Woo! Yeah, I'm playing competitive with you from now on. Like, I know.
Spike down. Defender spawn.
You were a bully. I am I'm a mountain.
Still got a little bit.
My man Moog said.
Level heads until we're home, yeah?
I'm sorry, I get hyped.
Oh, no, that's all good. I like it.
Spike planted.
Okay, Moog, I see you.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be the only thing.
Okay, Moog, I see you.
Being, you know, a third generation service member, third generation academic, and then been a gamer for my whole life, and it creates a unique recipe, for sure. That's definitely served me very well. But that's also why I see things a bit differently than some of my peers, because I understand the academic system, I understand the business world, and I understand the grassroots sector enough across all three of those topics to blend them to leverage a higher educational landscape as the playground. Like, you can't name a better playground than a college campus for this topic. We have the academic side, we have the research side, we have the right age demographic for the industry, all in one place, and you have it in high volume. So you couple that with labs that are already built on campus, and I don't necessarily even have to build a lab space. I can partner with my engineering department and use their machines. That's what I've done for the last 4 years. So that keeps the overhead really low and the impact really high without having to spend a single dime. All you gotta do is put some sweat into it. And then you start to formalize the energy around the university, and now you can leverage that for sponsorship deals, which then brings, you know, free merch to give away.
And
Hawk out. Blinded.
Dead. Last player standing. Spike down mid.
yeah, I was reloading. It's unfortunate.
A little bit about that world and to know a little bit about that purpose helps, I think, to gauge and keep ego in check, but also how to flip it on and off. Sometimes you have to rise to the calling. Maybe your team captain is having a bad day. Maybe they lost a significant other to COVID. That's a reality, you know, right now. Or just a significant elder that passed away from old age or complications. And today is a game day, and they're off their beat. You know, they're off their mark right now. They're struggling. Well, the team has to come together. And if that leader and that captain was good, then they would have inspired his roster. And as it's matured together, can then flip those roles and say, guys, I know this isn't the time, but he's functional, but I can't depend on him to be a shot caller right now. I can't depend on him to have his reaction. In all honesty, he should be stepping aside and maybe bringing in a sub, and that time happens. But that's teamwork. That's no different than you going to propose a big pitch in a business meeting for $50,000 sponsorship or a multi-million-dollar contract, where you have to have that confidence to go in there and have the charisma to entice somebody, break the ice, get the point across, and seal the deal. That's no different. That can be Valorant, or that can be, you know, Jerry Jones signing his next adventure, or Mark Cuban. You know, that's it. You know, what's going to be your foot forward at the time. So that's more of what I'm after in building in the students that come through my doors and that knock on my door and say, what can I do better? What other things can I do with this? And if gaming is the means to fortify those energies and introduce them and break that ice to those worlds, then I'll do it. That's no different, because that's what it did for me. Yeah. And we all teach and we all mentor based on our own experiences. But one of my favorite kind of mantras in life is that, you know, true masters will never tell you that they're done learning, because being a lifelong learner is a real thing. You can either continue to learn, which will keep you agile, looking young, and that's why you're like, I didn't realize that you're that old. And I think that's because I've embraced that I'm not going to live a life of regrets. I'm going to live a life of learning, where everything is an opportunity to grow. But then at the same time, you know, the other side of that is that sharing that knowledge with other people and seeing that spark light in their face. You know, being the teacher, being the person that's inspiring others, and not exclusively inspiring others, creating opportunities for others. Whether they choose to walk that door is their own choice, but to create the door for them to walk through is as far as any one person should take it. Sure, they need a nudge every now and then, but if you're able to create the system that creates the doors to walk through, then I think you're sitting pretty, because then at that point, it's just time. And historically and statistically, it takes 7 years for cultures to change when new ideas are introduced. Yeah. Well, I'm at 5 years, and in the last 18 months, the uptake of it has dramatically increased. And I imagine in the next 18 again, it will dramatically increase again as I get close to that 7-year mark. But going from a concept of saying, what the hell is Twitch, to now being faculty for the university, now being a director with a business card and all the formalities in the birth of it, now having physical locations on a Power 5 university dedicated to this, and starting the conversations of some serious sponsorships, that's right in track for that 7-year timeline of cultural change and impact. So, but yeah, that's that spiel. Things to say is that even if people tell you no about your passions, don't let them go entirely, at the very least. You obviously need to survive. Survival is most important, but don't let go of your passions. And 2, you can follow us at OU Esports across the board in regards to what we're doing at the University of Oklahoma. And in my channel, that's at Moog Diesel for all the socials for me. But if you have questions about the space in the collegiate sector specifically, I don't pretend to be a subject matter expert in the pros, grassroots, or anything else. The collegiate sector is my bread and butter. But if you want to understand more about the collegiate sector, or for instance, if you're a high schooler that sees this and you're interested in the collegiate sector for esports as an opportunity for scholarship, I don't care where students go to school. And yes, I butt heads with plenty of people in that topic. I don't care where students go to school as long as it's a good fit for you culturally, and that it's going to make sure that you understand the debt that you're potentially going to incur by following that path. I've referred plenty of students and prospects to other universities, including from in Norman too. I don't really care. I have a master's degree worth of debt, and I don't want anyone else to have that. So just reach out to me if you have anything to know about or want to ping my brain on anything in the scholastic world of esports specifically. Cool.
There you go.